Hi everybody, and welcome along to our Sunday afternoon program, show, live, yes,
Bars,
live,
fiasco.
for any of the above, just fill in the blank. Right, it is an exciting day today because we're going to think about starting a new project. I've got some others that are unfinished at the moment, but I want to work on those. I might do videos of them, but I'm going to do them on my own, and I want to share most of this winter journal with you. So the winter journal that I chose, the details are underneath the video. I think it's called, what's she called? Princess...
Paper Princess Digital?
Paper Princess Digital. I'd never come across it before. I was just searching for Blue Winter in printables, and it came up and I really liked it. It's not Christmassy at all, which is what I wanted. There's about 4 sets of them, I think. There's the printable ones. It's called Winter Wonderland Junk Journal. It's by Paper Princess Digital, and it cost me £4.80. So it wasn't the cheapest, but I've seen much dearer. And the 3 kits of them are all a bit different. These are just the printable pages. You also get ones that are backgrounds that don't have any of these elements on, and I'll explain why that would be later. And you get another one that comes with a commercial license. But I just want to use the images and sell them. I don't want to sell the digital, so it doesn't really make much difference to me. So these are the papers as I've printed them out. They're just gorgeous. I love them. That's the reverse of that one. This one with this beautiful watercolour tree. I love it. And they'll fold up perfectly well into our journal, which is going to be A5 size, which is half of A4. So if you're in the States, I guess it's half of letter size. So that will be a page, or we could fold it that way, and that would be the page. And usually when I'm doing things like this with the really, really pretty digitals, I leave those pages alone. I don't, maybe put some lace down the side or something, but I tend not to put journaling or anything, pockets or anything over the top. I let the pages speak for themselves because they're pretty enough to do that. Here's another page here, looking through 2 windows. Of course, the journal will be there, so you won't see the 2 together necessarily. And that's the reverse of that page, which is gorgeous. I'm not sure what I've got here. Oh, yeah, that comes into being later on. And this is another page here. Let It Snow. I think that might be my opening gambit, that one. Let It Snow. Just seems like it's the right sort of thing to have when you're on your first page of your journal. And on the back of that, I've got these. This page I would journal onto because it's designed to be journaled onto anyway. So yeah, I'd decorate that page up. So I didn't print them all out. I just printed out what I needed. My journal is going to be a single signature. I always say that, always ends up 2, but it is going to be a single signature. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 double-sided pieces of paper that's going to fold in half, and that will be the basis for the journal. I've also printed a page out on vellum, which is this one. I can't see it very well unless it's on white. It's this one. This is not a page that comes in the kit. For this page, I made my own background, and then the other part of the kit to the printable pages are these printable elements. They're called PNG files, and as Mr. F describes them, they're like fussy cuts. So you can put them on your page and they don't have any background to them. So whatever you've decided as your background will come through. So I put on, one of the elements was that tree, so I put that there. Another of the elements was this sort of silvery white fir tree. So I put that there, I copied and pasted it and shrunk it down a bit. And then I brought this stag in and I just hid him just a little bit behind that tree. Don't worry about all this. Mr. F has done a video this morning and it will go out directly after this, after we finish this live, so as you can follow through what he's done and what I've done on this occasion. So I've printed that out onto vellum because it's just gorgeous. That vellum that I've got at the moment, it's really beautiful. And I'm probably going to fold it that way so you get to see the stag, because it's so thick, there is definitely a right and a wrong side to this vellum. You know, that side's much more vibrant than that side. So in order to get the vibrant side facing us, I'm going to fold it there, and then we'll have the stag and the wintry trees looking at us. But you will note that I said I made my own background, and today I'm going to show you how I made my background, so you can do likewise if you want. If you don't want to, you can go back onto Paper Princess Digital and purchase the background papers, which I think are only £2.80 or something. So, you know, it's not... Oh, am I moving?
No, I'm moving.
Oh. You know, it's up to you. The choice is yours, but I will show you how to do that. And then Mr. F will show you how to add the digital files on top of the background that we make. So that's going in. So I've got all my printables and my vellum. So let's fold these up. Let's fold them in half. See where we get to. So I've printed these without a border of any description, so I can therefore use the entire page. Oh, it always feels like you're making a journal when you make that first page. And it's the exciting bit, isn't it? The really exciting bit. Okay, so I'm going to have that as the opening. When you open the cover, this is the first thing you're going to see. So, which page do we want next? They're all nice, aren't they? It's funny when you haven't worked with a kit before, you don't really know it. You only get to know it the more you use it. Oh, I quite like that one. That's quite nice. Well, I like them all. That's why I bought it. So we'll put these in and we'll look and see what inclusions we want to add by way of other papers, etc. But we'll get these in first, and then we've got a base to work from. Now, for those of you that don't know me, haven't watched me do this sort of thing before, excuse me, I don't sew my signatures into the book cover until I've actually absolutely finished. And that's because I do quite a lot of sewing. And if you're sewing, you can't hold a book under your sewing machine. So I like to get everything finished, sewn, glued, stuck, whatever, and then sew the signature in. Well, I very much like the look of that. That's lovely. But I also like the look of that. I'm going to do it that way. You know, this first round of decisions will ensure that your journal is actually very different from mine, because you will choose different things. Of course, we all have different tastes. So just a quick reminder of what's going on the channel and on the group. At the moment, we have a fabulous giveaway going on. If you couldn't join us yesterday, where were you? But the giveaway is 3 mini journals and 1 proper sized junk journal called Holly Jolly. So it's all about Christmas, and pink, kind of pink, I would say, a pink Christmas. And then we've got 3, I think Mr. F took them somewhere to be safe. So we'll just, there's 3 mini journals. One's Edith Holden, one is Shabby Chic, the other one's Christmas. No, sorry. And the large one is Holly Jolly. And to be in with a chance to win, you just need to subscribe to my channel here, please. And then pop over to YouTube and go to Miss Paintalot's Junk Journal group and become a member, which is just easy peasy. And then you'll see right at the top there's an announcement, and just comment as it tells you to do under there. So it's all straightforward, but I think they are all things that you would like to win. So I'm going to put my vellum in now. This vellum, I don't know where I got it from, but I tell you, it embosses really beautifully as well. I think it's just because it's that bit thicker. I love vellum. Look at that lovely line I've just created in white. Not that you'll ever see it because it'll be in the signature, but I know it's there. Yeah, that's right. So I'm left with this one. So which one do I want? Do I want the snow one or that one? Actually, this is going to be our centre spread probably. Yeah, so I think I want to do something there, not just have papers. So I think I'll have snow. It's different from anything I would normally use. There we go, just crease that, burnish that crease in. There we are. Roll call.
Roll call. Going to the top. Hot to trot with Susan Peavey.
Hello, Sue.
Terry.
Hiya, Terry. You're always really good and early too.
Deborah.
Hello, Deborah. Our new admin. Deborah, thank you so much for helping us out.
Hippie Hilda.
Hippie Hilda.
Jean.
Jean. We need a nickname for Jean.
Jean, I know.
I have to think of a nickname
Blue
for Jean.
jeans.
Blue jeans. Yeah.
Kathleen.
Hi, Kathleen.
Roz.
Hi, Roz.
Benice.
Hello, Benice.
Bear with. Helen Adams.
Hi, Helen.
Kerry Roberts.
Hello, Kerry.
Scrolling. Mike S.
Hello, Mr. Mike.
Zanette, is it? Zanet?
Zanet, hello.
Sharon Davis.
Hello, Sharon.
Lynn Whitman.
Hello, Lynn.
Helen Pritson.
Oh, that's a new name. Hello, Helen. Welcome.
Jen.
Hello, Jen. I thought you might be around, seeing as Mr. Mike was around.
Mabel.
Hello, Mabel.
If I've missed you, then speak up, because
Maureen Hooper. Hi.
Berry Hill Designs by Jodie.
Hello, Jodie. Hello, Tracy. I'll just carry on with
Joe
what...
Ray.
Hello, Joe.
Auntie.
Anique. Hello, Anique.
Not antique.
She might be an antique, but that's not her name. It's a lovely name, I think, Anique.
Amanda Roberts, did I say that?
No, hello, Amanda.
Maureen.
I said hello, Maureen. Hello
Tracy
again.
Lander.
Hello, Tracy.
I think that maybe, unless I've missed you, then shout out.
If you're lurking and you want to shout out, just join live chat, and at some stage we'll get around to calling you by name, I'm sure.
And if you're not lurking and I've just missed you.
Yeah, shout out. You all know better than that. Right, so we have now the rudiments of a journal. We've done it.
We've got
That's
a
it.
suggestion of Queen Jean.
Queen Jean.
Queen Jean.
Yeah, quite like that. So I've been round my, what I call inclusions, which are bits of paper and stuff that I think would look quite nice in a journal. I'm not saying they're all going to fit in this journal. So it says selection of specialist papers. It was a £5, they were being hopeful, and they knocked it down to 50p, which is when Mr. F bought it. And it's kind of handmade papers, really. Well, it's not kind of, it is. And there's some beautiful ones. They're so delicate. Really, really lovely. And I quite like to use some. There's a blue one there. That's encouraging. Would that go in our journal? Can't see why not. I'll leave that out. Something better might come along, you never know. Blimey, there's loads. Oh, what a lovely colour that is. Not as nice as this colour, which is chartreuse, which some of you may already know is my favourite colour. Now, this blue's looking a bit more promising, I would say. Although I do like the stars on there, but I want to make it silvery, this one, and these stars are gold. So I think that, oh, come on, that's just made to measure, isn't it? Do you think? It's lovely. Yeah, that's going in without a doubt. Let's have a quick flick through and see if I've missed anything that would be nice. That's interesting. It's white, but the inclusions are light blue. It's really, really nice. Lay that out. Purple, pink, red. I don't know why I've never looked through this before. It's really, really nice. Lots and lots of colours here. Remind me of this the next time, guys, when I'm looking for things for my journal, that I've got all of these goodies. Ooh, what's this? Looks like papyrus. I don't think it is, but it's, yeah. That might look quite nice. See if I can find a slightly bigger piece. Oh, I like this piece with the fringes on it. Yeah, lay that out. This is when it all starts to go wrong. When you want to add this and you want to add that, and before you know it, your journal's ended up 3 inches fat, and you've got to make 2 signatures. I am not doing that this time. Oh, looky, looky! Look at this! Oh, look! Can you see it? It's got little sparkly inclusions. Oh my goodness. I'm going to end up with a handmade paper journal at this rate. Oh, look at that. Okay, so that's that. Oh, that's rather nice and frosty looking. Don't know if you're seeing that, but it's got sort of shot with silver. It's lovely. Okay, I'll lay that out as well. And then we've got green and more of that. Wow, what a file of goodness that is. I can't include all of those. That would just be daft.
I've got another one there as well.
Another file?
Mm.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe that's the one I'm thinking of.
But let's just see what looks nice. Nicest, let's say. That's nice. And it's different. And it's not the full page. So I think that's made the cut. Yeah. Yeah, okay. That's made the cut. This, it's just the right colour, isn't it? You know, it's perfect. So that's made the cut. This, it's got sparkly bits on it, so I'm drawn to it. But I don't know what to say. It does look nice as well, doesn't it? I mean, they're very thin. I'm chalking them up now. What about this one? Shall I leave that one behind? But it is lovely. But you could stamp on there quite well. Oh, what the heck. You only live once. And that's nice as well. All right, well, I've got masses then. Masses and masses. So let's have a look and see where we might want to put these. It's just going to be a handmade paper journal. But if you like these things, what's wrong with it, eh? I quite like the idea of having this dark blue quite near the front, actually. And I don't, it is wide enough and long enough to fit the entire page, but I don't want that, because it just then becomes another page, just the same. So I'm going to cut it, I'm going to include it there, and I'm going to cut it a little bit narrower and a little bit shorter. That's a centimetre. I'm moving that up, and I want to do it. Oh, look at my desk already, it's ruined. Let's see what I've got to mark this with. I'll make a little snip. So I want to just come in I don't know, centimetre and a half, something like that. So I'll go to there, and then on this one, similar sort of thing. I don't want it as tall, so I'm just going to come to there. I think this stuff is not tearable, would be my guess, because of all the fibres. Yeah, so I'm going to have to cut it.
Brew time.
Brew would be very nice. I think that's fairly straight. I'm certainly not going to get rid of these nice pieces. They're lovely, and you never know when you'll be doing a collage that you might just want a bit of this. Need a longer ruler. So my mark is there. Okay. So it's just, this is where it's going into. So if I folded that in half, that's what it's going to look like. Yeah, I think that's fine. I was thinking of offsetting it and making a pocket or a flip out or something. But it's quite delicate, this, although I'm guessing it's quite strong. Hello everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm a bit of a ditherer when it comes to putting what's going in my journal. So thank you for being there with me. So yeah, I could put half of that along there onto the back, and then I could, yeah, what could I do? I could flip that like that. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to have a little bit there. Like that. So that's going to be on this side. So all you're going to see on this side is that little bit there. Put your journal back in. So that'll be like that, which is quite interesting in and of itself. And then where it is on the back here, I'm going to fold that over so as it becomes a flip out. Yep. That's it. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to fold it all the way, just to about there. I think that's not exactly square, but I'm not really fussed, to be honest. I'm liking the slight randomness. I know, you never thought you'd hear me say that. Right, so that's one inclusion. Oh, it's gorgeous, that paper. I love it. Yes, I do. Right, so what else have we got then to include? Let me just put this onto one side. I don't want to get it dirty. So I've got all the rest of those handmade papers to use. I also pulled this out of the drawer, which is Oxford graph paper.
Say hi to Sheila for me. I missed her earlier.
Oh, hi Sheila. He's awful, isn't he? Should we sack him and get another one?
Yes, please.
Yeah, you can see it's graph paper. So I think I need to include some of that. I also have a different sort of graph paper. Look at this. I mean, this is really vintage. It's been on the go ages. And it's got green squares on it. So I don't know if that actually goes with it. These ones are much fainter, but they are blue. This is green. It might be a bit of a jolt for me, actually. A jolt too far. So I'll leave that for the time being. I've also got these things to do today, which I forget now how much Mr. F paid for these, but they were like half of nothing and we got 3. So they definitely need to go in because they need to be used up. So yeah, basically it's things to do today and the date. What does that say? Priority. Oh, priority. Our plans are so flexible, honestly. You can be halfway through doing something and you get called away to do something else. List your things in order of priority, the phone number, and you've completed them. Big red tick. Or in our case, that column's empty. Special attention. Oh my goodness, what needs special attention in a day? Everything. Absolutely everything. That column there, that's just going to be rammed full and no completeds down there. And then on the back, appointments. So the date and the times and the result of the follow-up. Like you'd really want to put the result of some of the things.
This is just some organised person, I feel.
I'll say. And notes and sketches. So in between all of your appointments, your results and your follow-ups and your priority things and your phone numbers and the special attention, just take time out to sketch. Anyway, look, I mean, it's a good book. I'm not knocking it. It's great. And it's on this ring-bound thing. I just can't imagine who would set out and buy a book like that. There must be. I bet there's some of you watching now that are that organised. I must drive you mad. But I like the idea of that. It's good. This isn't strong enough to go in the journal. It would just go really ratty, so I'm just tearing it off along the perforations there.
It seems wrong that somebody who spends every day of a minute of every day making journals should diss journals. Is that not just a journal?
It's just an ordinary one, though, isn't it? It's got nothing pretty to look at. You know, the only thing that would persuade me to keep a journal is if it had lots of flowers everywhere. That's all. Nothing else. Just flowers. Right, so how are we going to get this to affix into our book? Well, it's going to be interesting. I kind of like that side better. But I don't want to, if somebody comes along who really wants to do things to do today, I don't want to deny them that chance. That chance. So for the interim, I'm going to put this over the page. Now hang on a minute, because I think, just take a look at this. Blue safe paper clips. When I ordered the pink ones, I ordered blue as well. These are maybe a little bit turquoise, but they're near enough. I can't get into them. Oh, they've got sellotape on. I think I've gone a bit giddy because I've got all the giveaway things finished. And I've gone slightly giddy, so I'm sorry about that. I might have to use my scalpel on this. Jiminy Cricket, they don't want you to get into them. I haven't seen my scalpel for a while since Mr. F was over here. Oh, come on, I'm only trying to get into some blinking paper clips. Oh well, I can't get into them, so let's abandon that idea. I will get into them before the next time.
What?
I can't get into these and I don't know where my scalpel's gone. Somebody's had it away on the toes. So, what did I say? Yeah, I'm going to fold this over the top. Ah, Mr. F's got into it. I knew if I complained long enough he'd take pity on me. I think these might be a bit turquoisey, but they won't be far off. So I want to fold that about there. So do I want the notes and sketches? Yeah, I think I probably do want the notes and sketches. It's probably more in keeping with somebody who'd keep a junk journal. But I mean, they could always fold it over and use it the other way. So I'm just going to pop that over this page. You do realise that all these things are a movable feast, and you can chop and change at any time. So I'll pop that in there. So that's nothing additional on the spine, so that's good. That's upside down, but you know, it's okay. This is my vellum. So if I was to use this, for example, as an inclusion behind my vellum, then it would make the vellum pop out, wouldn't it? So that is indeed what I'm going to do. I need that for the size. I'm hoping to keep this to a sizable, manageable size, is what I mean. Shall I have this the exact same size as the journal? I don't think so. But not that much smaller, because I do want to show off my vellum. So I'll just make it a little bit in from the edge and a little bit in there. Lovely, chop that off. I'm not 100% sure that that edge is straight, actually. Let's just have a look. Yeah, not bad. I was watching a video last night. Nothing new there. I watch videos all the time virtually when I'm not filming myself. And it was by Tanya at Tatty Treasures. And she was so relaxed. Everything that she did was just nice and easy. She was explaining to you that she organised all her photographs and images and everything. And she was organised. You could tell she was very organised, which is the complete opposite to me. Complete. And I really would love to be a bit more organised. But I found that watching Tanya's video really, really relaxed me, because she talks relatively slowly. I mean, she doesn't talk like that, but not hyper, not like me at times. And I really enjoyed listening to her. So if you know, she's Tanya Tatty Treasures. I recommend you go and give it a view. She's Edith Holden obsessed, so she can't be all bad. She's a North of England girl. Once again, another tick in the box. And I just like what she does. She doesn't pretend to be something she isn't. She's never made a journal ever in her life, and started making ephemera because she was poorly. And well, she explains that on her channel, so I won't explain it to you. But she's a very personable woman, and the reason I'm telling you about this is that I found that she really calmed me down, which is quite a good thing. Isn't it, Mr. F?
Something to calm you down?
Yeah. It's good, isn't it?
The only thing short of medication I can think of.
Oh, right. Okay, so we've got this. I think we're getting to have quite a, almost, dare I say it, too much of the handmade paper. Maybe keep some of it and use it in the ephemera, I think might be better. So what's the story with this? Okay, it's just a bit too long. It's about the right width. But what I think I'll do is create a pocket. I'll leave these holes in it. You could cut them out, but it looks a bit more junky if you leave them in. It's white on the background. That's interesting. I was expecting it to have a pattern on both sides. So what are people talking about? Is Shaz okay?
Shaz, yeah, she says she's quiet today. She's struggling a bit. The last few weeks have caught up with her.
Yeah, well, take it easy, girl. Take it easy. So
Jen says it sounds like the opposite of Pam from the Paper Outpost.
Oh, the complete opposite. Shaz will tell you. Shaz watched it. I watched a video that Pam did one night just before I was going to do a live. And I decided to do what Pam had done. It was stacked pockets, actually. I was like a Duracell bunny. I was so manic. And Shaz was saying to me, "What have you done with Miss P? Where is she?" Because Pam, oh my goodness, yeah, Pam speaks quickly. But I do like Pam, and I love the parrot. I just love the parrot. Right, so after all that, I'm going to fold this up and make a pocket. Because I can embellish. This is the plain side, and I can embellish that. So that's folded up there. And then I'm just going to fold that in half, I think. Oh, bless you, Mr. F.
Thank you.
Fold that in half. Do I want to do that? Before I crease it, do I want to do that? No, I'd quite like to have that on one side so I can open it up and have two long, thin tags. So, right. So you have to think of these things before you get carried away. So I'm going to crease that there so it can go into the journal. Have all of you lost interest in what's going into this journal by now? Right, so I'm going to have my two pockets like that there, and that's going to go on the other side. Hang about, would that be better the other way? No, I like it that way, it's fine. It'll flip out quite easily, I'm sure. Right, so the centre spread will be something else, not something that's here at the minute. I'm not being funny with you, I just don't know what it is. So I've still got this lovely hand-made paper. Struggle there to find the word. Right, I've got this book. It's a map book, which you or I think, would probably call an atlas. And it's belonged to Audrey Jones originally, from Northumberland. Doesn't say what date.
Nancy says, can we list the websites being discussed so she can go back later? So maybe we'll put a post in the group. About
what? Which post? The groups, the whereabout things.
The channels that we're talking about.
Oh, the channels, yes.
Pam and such and...
Yes, by all means.
We'll put a post in the group.
Yeah.
Write
it down. Do you want a to-do list?
Yes, I want a to-do list. I've always wanted a to-do list. I live in hope of getting a to-do list.
Is it a priority? Because if it's a priority, it goes in a separate section from to-do.
Oh.
I know. You see, that's a decision you've got to make.
That's a decision, and I can't get past that decision to which box it goes in. So what am I writing on this to-do list?
See priority box.
See priority box. That's it. Can I tick that now? Can I consider that completed?
Who knows? I mean, seriously, who knows? I can't get away with to-do lists and the like. My sister, Anne, she is mad about lists. She makes lists of lists. I mean, it's quite ridiculous, really. And difficult to know that we both came from the same parentage. Because, as you may have gathered, I'm not a huge list maker. I did make a list the other day, first one for a long time, of all the projects and where they are and how I'm going to... This was Tanya's influence. and how I'm going to progress with videoing them and doing lives, etc. So I did make the list, and it will come as no shock to you that when I went to look for it this morning, I'd actually thrown it out. So yeah, that was no good, eh? Is Julie on? I haven't seen her. No, I don't think she's on. She's another one that I find relaxing, because by her own admission, and she won't mind me saying this, she's a ditherer. You know, shall I put that there? Oh, I don't know, would that be better? Oh, no, that. Well, what about those two? No, what about those? And she goes on like that. And I just find it funny. I just love it. And she knows that. I'm not talking out of school here. Right, look at this. Never been opened. Vestry tubular pad. Oh, tubular pad. Excuse me, tabular.
Tubular.
Pad.
Tubular.
Tubular bells.
Tubular bells. Mike Oldfield. That sort of thing.
A3 size, 24 plain columns, okay? So, you know, this has never been used before. It hasn't, well, it's been in the house for quite a while, but I've never found...
I presume that's for accountancy type people, is it?
I would imagine so. I think somebody had joined the group the other night who was an accountant, so maybe she can tell us what you're supposed to write on it. Usually accounting is like something comes in and something goes out, isn't it? I mean, I'm not demeaning accountants' jobs, but it's kind of the bottom line, isn't it? Something goes in, something comes out. So let's have a look. I've never seen this before, so let's see what it's about. There we go. Oh yes, there's examples. Right, there you go. Very nice too. I'm not going to coffee stain this. I know it looks quite white. It's just beginning to age around the edges here. But I don't want cream lace or anything like that in my journal. It's going to be white. It's going to be blue, white and silver. So let's tear a page out of here. It's quite large. It says it's A3. So, right, well the first thing that I've got to do is actually, I'm going to have to put a big pocket in it, aren't I, really? Let's put it in that way. I think that's probably going to be the best. Then I'll have all this space to either put another stack pocket on or whatever. I'm just going to fold that. Let's get this out of the way. Oh my life. Just going to fold an edge in here. Let's go by a line, shall we? That line there. Just so that, because it's not the thickest of paper, this. So when we, I don't think that's even straight either. I'm going to leave it. Oh no, I've got to put the line in now, otherwise. That's fine, that side. It's going a bit wonkety wonk on this side, but it's not far out. So that'll just give us a bit more thickness on the edge of that pocket, you know, because they can be a bit prone to tearing if it's just single page you've got. So let's fold that up. I don't really want it exact same length as the rest of the journal height, I should say. Right, so that's now giving me quite a bit of overlap, there to there in fact. What shall I do? Shall I chop it off? I could fold it in and then you fold it out and you'd have a pocket there and a pocket there. That might be quite nice. Let's do that. Let's just do that, shall we? Let's fold it in half so I know where I'm going. I mean, there's loads of other things that you can include, you know, if you've got them in your stash. Receipts and text and book pages and all sorts of things. These are just kind of what I grabbed and what I hadn't really used before, so I thought, you know, you haven't seen me use them, so it'd be something different for you to look at. So I'm just going to bring that over to there. It's about 1/2 inch shy of the spine. So I don't want it to meet in right in the spine. You won't be able to get to it. And pretty much the same here. Knock that crease out, that's it. There we are. So when you come to this page, that will be decorated presumably. Then you open it up, you've got 2 pockets, and this could be decorated too. So yeah, I think we've made the most of our piece of, well, I think it's ledger paper, accounting paper, whatever. So where am I going to put it? I think I'll put it there. You know, because I don't sew the signature in right to the very end, we do have a bit of flexibility about what's going where. So right, okay, this is without anything in, and it's still building up. Now then, you may recall at the beginning I said that in this kit comes some PNG files, which are like fussy cuts. Now I'm going to show you how to make the background, and when we've finished, there will be a video up on YouTube that Mr. F did this morning about how to use the PNGs and put them on top of the background that you've made. Okay, so I'm going to put that somewhere where it's going to stay clean. A mouthful of coffee.
People were wondering what was in your coffee today.
I know. I don't know. I'm just giddy.
Giddy?
Yeah, I'm giddy. Could you pass me a throat lozenge, please? I think they're in the top drawer of my chest of drawers. I quite fancied doing a bee journal as well. I mean, obviously winter won out, but I quite fancied doing one. Thank you.
Is that an actual bee, or is bee short for something?
No, actual bees in a hive with hexagons and honey and all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
That sort of thing.
Right. So I brought some paper over, which I've promptly lost.
Just white paper.
Yeah, that might be it. I've now piled all my inclusions on top of it. Yeah, this is ordinary white paper. Well, it's not ordinary, actually. It's Pro Plus white paper. You probably would be better off with ordinary paper because it hasn't got such a coat on it. I'm going to get my glass board out in order to keep my cutting that clean. And I've had a right morning this morning using various products, I would say.
Go that way, just slightly. Perfect. Towards you would even be better if you can. Yeah, could have moved the paper, not the board, but yeah. That's grand. Thank you.
No problem. Right, so we're back, and this is pretty similar-ish to what you saw me do yesterday, with the gesso and then ink or whatever we choose to use. I've tried all sorts of things this morning, and what I came up with, what I liked best, was this Dr. Martens, Dr. P.H. Martens Iridescent Misty Blue. Okay, so I'm hoping it's going to be all right because I've tried everything else and it wasn't, and I ran out of time to try this, so I think it should be all right. I wanted something with a little bit of sparkle in it, so I think that should be all right. With these inks, especially the ones that have got glitter in, give them a really good shake first, and don't use them until you can see the bubbles on the bottom. That's what you need to be seeing before you use them. But our first coat of paint
Mica, I would think.
is, yeah, mica, is gesso. And it's, you know, it's like, yeah, I saw you do this yesterday. I know you did. I'm doing it again. because not everybody watched yesterday. And anyway, it's a pleasant thing to do. You can tell I've been using glue. Look, I've contaminated the gesso. Well, I know why. I tried Brusho, and for those of you that have used Brusho, you'll know it gets everywhere. It's pretty similar to the Cosmic Shimmer Pixie Dust, I think. I haven't got any pixie dust, but it looks like it does the same sort of thing. Now, when you're putting your gesso on, if you're using a knife like me, just try and get it to skip over the surface so as you get a nice sort of pattern with your gesso. So it's a bit of practice. But you know, it doesn't matter if you don't do it right. It's just pick a bit up like that on the back of your knife and just skim it. And then when you've decided you don't want to do junk journals anymore, you can get a job as a plasterer.
Maybe not.
Cake decorator? Possibly. So some on the back and then just skim it. And you get nice sort of patterns that pick up the ink differently, as you know. But if you're not in the mood to mess around with this, just get it on there, but make sure that you leave some paper that hasn't got any gesso on. Otherwise, you won't get any effect at all. So is everybody well, apart from, well, Nancy, who's recovering now, thankfully. Hilda's not in tip-top shape. Shaz, she's had a horrible time of it. Can't remember who else is ill. Oh, blimey. Maybe everybody else as well. Let's hope so. I mean, we all have our problems, don't we? You know, I mean, particularly ladies. I'll say ladies of my sort of age. You know, by the time you get to this age, bits of you have started to drop off, and other bits have started to expand that you really rather wish they hadn't. And gravity. But you know, it's just, we're still here to tell the tale, so can't be that bad, can it?
People are comparing you to Bob Ross at this point.
With a palette knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy little clouds.
Oh my goodness, I wish I was Bob Ross. Well, I don't. He's not alive anymore, is he?
No. Yeah.
Then no, I don't wish I was Bob Ross. So there we are. We've got a uneven covering.
I think you had the same perm at one point.
Yeah, I think we did actually. An uneven coverage of gesso. I'm just going to pop my palette knife into water. If you're using acrylic mediums of any description, make sure that as soon as you've finished, you either wash them out or you put them into some water, because they'll dry up on you. And that's them jiggered. They're just no good at all. So let's have a look. Bernice, yes, baby boy with a Winnie the Pooh theme. Nope. She's not watching this, is she? This is winter, Bernice. Happy little clouds. Right, so I'm just trying to wait for this to dry a little bit, but chat amongst yourselves. You have my full permission to talk about whatever you so wish. I'm going to dry this. Oops. Okay, I think we're probably as dry as we need to be. Let's get my kitchen towel to the ready, because this might be a messy business. So my two choices are the Distress Ink in Faded Jeans and the Dr. Martin, which seems to want to settle out ever so quickly, so keep an eye on that. So I'm just going to make myself a watery puddle. Which looks like it's already made a watery puddle. So these come with droppers on them, little pipettes. So I'm just, I don't know if it works. Usually they clog up, especially with a mica. So in that case then, here goes. Looks like it's quite a nice pale colour, this, which is excellent for our purposes. Right, so I'm now going to add a load of water to that. Just water, it's ink, so it'll water down quite nicely. Spread it about a bit, and then I don't know what's with my iPad today. It's like it's like trying to get in on the act. Thank you. So all I'm going to do, you've seen me do this before, is take it, this is the gessoed side down, and just dip it randomly into there. Ooh, nice. Oh, that's quite nice, actually. Looks a bit like marbled. So I'm just going to try and get every last bit of this up, because it's better on my paper than on in my bin, I would say. It's a good idea to do more than one sheet at once, and because there's a lot on there, but I haven't got another sheet primed to go. Oh, look at it, it's gorgeous. So I'm just literally going to drag my paper through this. I was doing this morning and my paper tore in half. So I'd like to think that's not going to happen again. I just want to get all that colour up, that's all. They cost enough. Oh, let's get a bit of this and wipe my board. Look at that. It's delicious. It's delicious.
It's got that sheen on it as well, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Mica.
I don't know if is it picking it up? Yeah.
Bit.
Yeah, so it's got that lovely mica sheen. It's the colour that I want. That's going to fit in with my what we're going to call this, the winter journal. Call it the winter journal. And I, you know, you don't need to do any more than that to it. That is ample sufficiency.
Sharon's just asking where you got your Dr. Phil's from. Amazon, was it?
You got about 20 from eBay.
Ah.
It was a job lot of somebody selling a load of stuff. It wasn't just the inks, they were selling a lot of stuff. Because I have a oh, I can't bend over to get that. But we have
Do you want me to get?
no, sorry.
I can squeeze behind you.
I'm just wounded today.
So am I.
I know. Poor Mr. F's got a really bad back, and all he's done since he told me is bend over, stooping down for things.
Do you want to rephrase that?
It's the inks one, my love. Wait a minute. Hello, I'm still here.
Are they in there, the
Yeah.
Dr. Phil's? I can't see them.
They are. Could you just remove that piece of paper? Thanks. And I shall show people. Oh. Right, here are my inks. These are the lovely Kohinoor ones that Hilda gifted me. and they are very pure, lovely pure colours, really nice. I like those a lot. These are the Daler-Rowney FW inks. They're acrylic. Really nice, really good colours. That's the thing about ink. It's concentrated pigment. So
they've been rebranded as System 3 now.
Yeah, they have. I think I've got one that's System 3. Is it the white one? Yeah, they've now been rebranded and look like this. So they say Daler-Rowney System 3 instead of the FW. But they're the same. And they are in, I think it's 1 US fluid ounce. Don't know how that's different from ours, but you never know. So yeah, I've got quite a few colours in that. Black, this one's sepia, this one is papaya. Ooh, never knew I had that. So yeah, then they're all nice. Do I sound like my head's in a bucket? Because it is. And that, look at that. Just look at that. Does that not say spring? Spring, yeah. And cerise or magenta or whatever. And then in the Dr. Martens ones, I've got, look how organised I am. I've even got a pipette in there. Sometimes I just stagger myself. I bet Mr. F put that in there because it's not like me. In the Doc Marten ones, I've got copper. I've got crystal mint. So I was going to say crystal meth, didn't you?
I don't think anybody would be surprised at this point.
Crystal mint. I mean, it's just divine. I love it. I've got this one, sequins blue. Ooh, didn't know I had that. Might have used that otherwise. What else have I got? I've got this one, which is nickel. These are all iridescent, incidentally.
Jania says hi. She's on a break at work.
Hi, Jania. Nice of you to spend your break with us. You're very welcome, as you know. Iridescent amethyst. Oh man, there's some gorgeousness going on in this drawer. So yeah, that's about it, really. The rest is I could bore you with, but I won't. Please, honestly, between us, we're right crocs today. Thank you very, very much. Just put it on. That's lovely. Right, so Mr. F in the interim has been drying this, and I don't know if you can see, but the iridescence has really come out on it.
Yeah, tip it the other way. That's it there.
Oh yeah, I was just there, wasn't I? There, look. Yeah. So we have this beautiful sparkly paper. Now what we're going to do, well, I'm going to distress the edge first with some faded jeans. Jean, Queen Jean, not faded. I don't know what's wrong with me today. I must apologise. Maybe I've just had too much caffeine or something. I don't know. What the heck, anyway, eh? If I'm getting on your nerves, just go. Because I'm getting on mine. So I'm going to use, these are called smoothies, I've discovered from watching other people at work. These are called smoothies. And they come in kind of two values, if you like. One that is not so good, and that is this sort that I got from my friend Ali, and he sold me a dud, really. Well, I mean, they've done quite a lot of work, but they've fallen to pieces now. And these that go on quite a long time, but they're more expensive. So I'll leave it up to you. But they do wash out very well, actually. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Distress ink around here in the faded jeans. I'm just going to tap that off there because I don't want too much. Just to give our paper a nice edge. And I must say, and for those of you that have watched me over the past few weeks, that, oh, look at that. That's beautiful. You see that little bit? Where am I? There. There in the corner. How delicious is that? Then I'm much preferring the Cosmic Shimmer blending inks to these Tim Holtz Distress inks. Honestly, I never thought I'd say that because the Tim Holtz Distress inks are just great. But the Cosmic Shimmer ones, they just blend so well. They blend out really nicely. So this is just to give this paper a bit of an edge, really. That's all. So I'm not just doing the edge, I'm coming in a little way, and at the corners I'm going across there, and it should just seat it nicely. You can see where the gesso hasn't been applied, the ink is really biting into the paper and it's much darker than it is where the gesso is. See, for example, that bit there. And I love that. I think it just looks like cracked ice. It's perfect for our journal. But, you know, I appreciate that might not be your thing. But if you were buying gesso anyway, to prime something or whatever, and you want to know what the heck you can do with it, this, well, when I used to use canvases, I used to prime them all the time with gesso. But since I seem to have stopped painting, this is its primary use, really. It's primary use as not as a primer. So there we are. We've kind of grounded that now. We've given it an edge, and it's all in keeping with our winter journal. So what we're going to do now, well, I'm still going to do that with this because I love it, but we used another one that I'd done this morning and scanned it in to the computer, and then Mr. F shows you how to add some of those clip art elements onto here so you can build your own page on top of your own background. Isn't that amazing? It's amazing. And that video will be up very shortly after this live finishes. So that's pretty much all I can show you today. It's quite a short one for me, but you know, don't worry, we'll get back to the ridiculously long ones soon, I'm sure. Tomorrow I will be doing a video of finishing off the Edith Holden altered file folders and get those away to their respective new owners. Then after that, I don't know, but I will be continuing with this on the lives for the foreseeable future until it's finished. Okay, that's it, guys. That's all I have to give today. I hope it was enough. I've just seen these sitting on the desk. Look at these lovely Sizzix Thinlits, the Tim Holtz ones of Winter Greens, I think it's called. Is it called that? It's called Holiday Greens Mini. But wouldn't they look lovely done in silver on our, to chisel it up a bit?
Yeah, I used one, if you remember, on my first...
Yeah, you used that one to make a tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. And I used the holly on one of my tags, I think. Yeah. So I think there's mileage in that. They need to be cut is the word, cut out on the Sizzix using some sort of silver paper, I would think, and they'll be lovely. But I'll gather all my chatels around me for the next time. You never know when I'll pop up. Might pop up in the week. Entirely possible. Because I want to make progress with this. You know, once you've started it, it's nice to crack on, isn't it? So thank you guys, one and all. You've been good company today. I really appreciate your company. Don't forget, we've got that giveaway going on the Miss Paintalot's Junk Journal page. Don't forget about that, because one of the prizes is a proper, fully fledged 2-signature journal. And the other 3 prizes are 3 really cute little mini journals. So if you want to be in with a shout of winning them, subscribe to this channel, pop over to Miss Paintalot's Miss Paintalot's Junk Journal group, and you will see what to do. There's a postmarked at the top of what you've got to do. It's nothing spectacular. And we will draw a week today will be the draw for that, so that'll be exciting, and we'll get those off wherever they're going in time for them to get there for Christmas. So thanks, guys. You're just the greatest. Bye.
Bye. Take care, everyone.